The following message is from Dwayne the Mattress Guy from Mattress by Appointment, Hillsborough.
Hey, Ryan, just calling in for Hoppe in the Morning. Your podcast's been killing it lately. Been loving it. Got the good vibes going. Nice job. That's right. We're doing 50 to 80% off retail. We've got the $25 down plan. Got to call me, text me. You know my number, 813-452-5555. We'll set up a private showing. Come take a look at all the queens that we got on display, but I've also got kings, fulls, and twins. Whatever you like. We're taking on the same day. Just the other day, a guy was in Javane, came in, I think 2 weeks ago. He was looking for a king, got the mattress and the box spring. And he had a 1 o'clock appointment with me on, I think it was on a Thursday. And we had it in his bedroom before 2 o'clock. It was like 10 minutes to 2. I was pulling up to his house. So, I mean, it's not easy. And, I take care of my people. It's one-on-one. I don't have a bunch of employees. Yeah, 813-452-5555. Ryan, you're doing a good job there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate all your help. And that's why I love using Mattress by Appointment to sponsor the podcast. Take it easy, man.
Anything you hear may and will be used against you. Thank you. Call security! We met young Ryan Hoppe. Ryan.
Okay, and your name?
Ryan Hoppe.
Okay, Ryan Hoppe. Where do you live?
Arlington Heights.
Ah, so you're from the rich north suburbs.
What's going on, Ryan Hoppe? This is Tony Romo.
Your buddy Ryan Hoppe.
No one knows who Ryan Hoppe is.
You never have to worry about offending Ryan Hoppe.
Isn't he like 7 foot tall?
He's 7 foot tall. He's
a kid.
He's a kid.
He's got good mentors.
And he's motivated.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
He never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
This should be played at high volume, preferably in a residential area.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. What's going on? This is Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. Call the show. We are live on Facebook Live. We are live on Spreaker. Call me or text me. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me. RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. When I tell you that it is always a party in my life, I am a man of my words. I would not lie to you. Also, go to RyanHoppeRadio.com for all the info. Man. Women will make you do crazy things. I can only speak for heterosexual men. I don't know what it's like when you're in other types of relationships. But let me tell you, there's a beautiful woman out there that you're really attracted to. You have a second little head, man. You have a second little brain. You get what I'm getting at? The penis. And it makes you do things that you're going to regret. It makes you do things that might kind of ruin Thanksgiving dinner forever. Oh, this is from the New York Post, and this is great. Zach Wilson's mom, Lisa, begs internet to quit calling her friends after quarterback rumors. So let me explain to you what's going on. So Zach Wilson is this pretty boy quarterback who, let me make sure, I'm pretty sure he's Mormon. He's from Utah, so you know they're crazy. You know they're wild. He plays for the New York Jets, which is very unfortunate. Yes, he is Mormon. He went to BYU. And, I know that Mormons are kinky and crazy because they have multiple wives and they believe in planets or whatever they believe in for their afterlife. But my goodness, this is nuts. So he has a high school sweetheart that he'd been with, obviously, since high school. That's why they call it a high school sweetheart. And him and the high school sweetheart, Zach Wilson, their quarterback, break up. And then his ex begins dating his best friend who he played football with at BYU, like his bro, like his old roommate. So she's getting attacked for it on social media and all the attacks were kind of vicious. But there was a comment that was left on Zach Wilson's ex's social media that just really was she couldn't have it. Slut, whore, all that. You're getting all that. Homewrecker, blah, blah, blah. None of that was responded to. But when somebody said, you're nothing more than a homie hopper, she got a little mad. So then she comments, she essentially comments, I don't know the quote for quote, but it essentially said Zach banged one of his mom's best friends. And then it was like, dun, 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 dun. Zach Wilson, pretty boy Mormon, religious quarterback. Oh, good. Girlfriend with the mom that looks just like his girlfriend. Kind of weird. You have Zach Wilson hooking up with his mom's best friend while he's dating his high school sweetheart. I mean, that button needs to be pressed one more time. So now we're going to hear from the all beautiful and probably crazy Lisa Wilson, the mother of Zach Wilson. Lisa Wilson, the mother of Jets quarterback Zach Wilson, is demanding that people quit calling her friends amid recent accusations that her 22-year-old son was allegedly involved with one of her pals. Taking to IG on Monday, she appeared to share a PSA to those who are apparently poking around her personal life. My friends are freaking amazing, by the way. Quit calling my friends. This is what you bred, and this is what you made. This is your legacy, man. Not saying him being a slut is because of the mom or whatever, but I'm saying, like, take the L and realize when you're super famous that everybody's gonna, always think this is funny. If this happened in an everyday average Joe life, no one would care. But the quarterback for the Jets, my goodness. Here's some of the audio from the mother.
Are freaking amazing. By the way, stop calling my friends. Yeah. Okay? You're annoying them. Okay. You're like, Lisa, these people are crazy. I'm like, I know. Yeah. Stop calling my friends for real. She seems annoying. Okay, so it's time to make dinner. I know it's a little. Friends are freaking amazing. By the way, stop calling my friends.
So that audio is from Outkick.com. Yeah. I don't know, man. I don't know why. I don't know how to word it. I'm trying to think of how to word it. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, when you're in your early 20s, hooking up with older women that have experience is a good time. But let me tell you, you don't hook up with your mom's best friend while cheating on your girlfriend. Literally, if you would have told me that title, I would have thought that the way to find out about that scenario is from this sound effect. And she just sounds like a crazy woman. Like, that's what she sounded like. And when you're begging the internet to quit looking into it, you're just asking the internet, hey, do you want to continue to look into it subconsciously? Maybe you don't mean to do that, but when you're telling the internet over and over again, can you please not look into this? Can you leave us alone? Yeah, only going to get worse. Oh, she's got the worst username. Life according number 2 Lisa. Life according to Lisa. So what is life? Having your spoiled brat average quarterback son cheat on his high school girlfriend with your best friend? That's how life goes down? Dude, I bet sex in Utah is unbelievable. Dude, I could only imagine the amount of action that like the Utah Jazz players probably get. Hell, even that baseball team there, they have that minor league team. My God, imagine all the girls you get. Because you have all the suppressed, beautiful women who literally are told not to have sex. And I don't know what the rules are for Mormonism, but I'm assuming that sex is shamed in the house, like all religions, blah, blah, blah. Wait till you're married. So you have all these rich girls who grew up in the middle of nowhere, and they go to a club because Utah and Salt Lake City is not that big, and they're drinking 20 beers because each beer there is 2% alcohol because they have it lower for some reason because Mormons just don't want to get turned up. Oh, but banging your mom's best friend, that's fine. I can imagine the action and the sex that is obtained by the Utah Jazz is a good time. So, life according to Lisa Wilson, mother of Jets quarterback Zach Wilson. She posts a screenshot of a conversation with her best friend. And I think this was pre-planned. She goes, hey, because you don't see the above text. It's like, hey, when you send a screenshot and you kind of you slide it up so they can't see the other parts of the conversation. That's kind of what it looks like. She kind of scooted it up. Takes 10 seconds to screenshot, but it's worth it so that you don't have to cut out the conversations to make it look like a natural screenshot. Because you don't want the screenshot to show everything that was in the conversation. We've all done it. Don't act like you haven't. The text says, and I quote, and this is from Lisa's friend. So I'm curious why the media is obsessed with your family. Is it because he plays for the Jets or because you live in Utah? There is literally zero media coverage of the other draft players and their families, and yet the whole media be watching everything y'all post or comment. Ha! Who the hell knows? That is a very good thing to know. That's what his mom wrote. It's not because he plays for the Jets. I'll tell you that. Insert friend here of Lisa Wilson. Because nobody cared about Sam Darnold. Even when Sam Darnold got mono, it was whatever. Nobody even really cared about Mark Sanchez. He was literally hitting on 17-year-olds, and it was barely legal. It was legal, but barely. Literally barely legal. No one cared. You had the foot fetish thing with Rex Riot. Now, that was a good thing, and we will play that later. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the reason everybody cares is because Mormons walk around like they are perfect. We're the different religion. We have no scandals. And that's just me being real. Religious people always walk around and they're like, and I'm not against religion. If it makes you a better person, that's fine. But if it makes you an entitled, hypocritical asshole, I don't like religion. It's not my thing. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that the reason that we are into this is because it's a real life pornographic film. Quarterback cheats on girlfriend with mom's best friend. Literally every video you see on the websites. They got that rich and entitled attitude swagger thing where it's like, oh my God, because we're rich and famous, we should be excluded from coverage. No. You made it all about you, Miss Wilson, at the draft when he was drafted. You know, like when some players get drafted and some don't, and then they're like low-key, and those players go on to be great, but the ones like the NHL draft, the audio I played where the parents are making out and look like Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelo type of making out, like, oh, real sexual. Yeah. Those are the players that tend to have more problems. The families are making it about them. And no, I'm not talking about the Mahomes. QB maker. I'm just saying. A lot of times, the families that are really open at draft night and really loud at draft night and really loud on social media don't go out there and say, why are they talking about us? Because you're fucking famous, because you were able to manifest being famous. Wilson became a trending Twitter topic over the weekend when multiple reports claimed his ex-girlfriend, Abby Gill, called him a homie hopper. for sleeping with his mom's best friend. Yeah. I don't know. It's sad because Thanksgiving dinner is already going to be forever weird. It's not like he cheated on his girl with a side chick. You know, like I'm not saying that's better, but that's more, you sweep it under the rug. But when you're banging your mom's best friend, yeah, it's a little more scandalous. That's something out of the show like Desperate Housewives, or if I can be more current, like White Lotus or something. That's a little more scandalous. Earlier this week, Lisa slammed a critic. Yeah, she slammed him. Who asked about her parenting skills and that she has a fucked up family. She responded, okay, sometimes we need a sacrificial lamb. Don't be a dick. Yeah, I'm not in the mood. Yeah, I often post dick comment. I don't believe in cyberbullying. She needs to just shut up. Like, I'm not saying like, oh, the woman's not allowed to talk. It's not that type of shut up. Because you'll hear some radio guys be like talking about a female person in sports and they're like, yeah, it's a be quiet. That's because they're sexist. I'm saying she needs to be quiet because she's making it a bigger thing. Because she's replying to hate. All those dummies should have just got off of social media, not deleted it, but like suspended the account, deactivated it, and opened it up the first game of maybe not even the workouts, maybe not even the two-a-days, maybe not even training camp. First game of the season, whoever the Jets are playing, you have a little screenshot and it shows him and he's throwing a football and there's like a fire emoji and it says ready for the season. And you just go off the radar for 4 months. Yeah, they're playing the New York Giants on the 28th for preseason, the Falcons and the Jets. So you got good games there. Then the first game is against the Ravens. That's a good game. That is a good game at 1 p.m. beginning of the season. That is a solid game to begin the season with. So just go off the radar, as Kanye West says, but never takes his own advice. Go off the grid. There's a separate video of her talking about the dangers of social media. I swear, is everybody on this planet just projecting their own insecurities? Do you ever notice that? I don't know. And there's something really weird about I don't know how to word it. There's something weird when your girlfriend looks like your mom. And I know not all blondes look alike or whatever, but I know that you can say, oh, well, she's blonde. His ex-girlfriend wasn't, so is his mom. But it's like similar blonde. All right, let's hear from the mom.
So, this is something that I never, ever thought I would talk to you guys about.
Yeah, I didn't really wake up in the morning going like, oh, yeah, my best friend's going to go down on my son.
I'm not going to lie.
What?
I would rather talk to you about making beds. And
then do that. Go. Dummy. They need a good PR person. Then talk about that. If you want the business to only be in your house, even though you're famous, don't talk about it. Be like the mafia and keep it low key. But you're doing a 30-minute video and then you're having troll sites like Outkick and the New York Post. That's real news. It's not like a troll site like 4chan or Reddit, but those are sites that want to attack, and TMZ and that. You're giving all the paparazzi websites ammunition, you dummy. You're not coming off like an independent person. You're coming off like somebody, she's probably reading every DM.
Exercising and eating clean.
Yeah.
And how to dye your eyebrows. But
what's going on?
I truly believe that
Life short?
Whew.
Oh, no.
God laid this challenge before me.
That's what they go with. All the religious people. It was you, God. Forget about the police officers that were complete fucking pussies in Uvalde. We'll get to that later. And if you're listening and you're a radio program director, I would not swear if I had an FM show, but because this is a podcast, I choose to fucking swear when I do. It's like when Howard first went to Sirius. I swear occasionally. I don't do it all the time. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, she is a rotten woman. And I'm not just talking about her fridge because she didn't, throw out the old potatoes. I'm just saying, like, what are you possibly getting out of this video? Oh, it's because of God that my son banged my best friend. What? With all the incidents, you got Uvalde, you got the Highland Park shooting. Where was God in those moments? I mean, there was glory in this. This isn't cool. But this is just a singular thing. It involves your family, and you're making it bigger by talking to the media. You dimwit.
So I could help some of you guys.
Who are you going to help? Other people that sons play for the New York Jets that bang their mom's best friends and cheat on their high school sweethearts with when they portrayed to have a perfect family? Is that what you're helping us with? How are we going to deal with this?
And,
yeah.
I would be lying if I,
What?
said I didn't think about not sharing it because...
Yeah. You always go with your first instinct. Always. Your brain said not to talk about it. But then your bank account said, oh, I'm kind of living off of Zach right now. I could use the money. I could use the fame. Soon you'll have a reality show.
It's embarrassing,
and it's embarrassing, but let's continue to put a video up for 30 minutes that people can edit.
Kind of something that it seems like nobody else has had a problem with. And I'm not going to lie, like I full on thought that I had mastered parenting.
Well, you didn't.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Oh, yeah.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
This following segment has been brought to you by FitzAgeFitness.net. He is the best trainer in the Bay Area. He's got different memberships and classes. For all the info for Devin Prasad, FitzAgeFitness.net.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
He's the voice of a generation that got screwed by the baby boomers. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Oh, this little guy. Buddy, if I had a peanut, I'd give it to you.
Bizarro, I love you. Bizarro, I love you.
Hey, who's got a peanut for turtle face? Don't, he's allergic.
They'll kill me.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. All right, right here, I got the throwback. We're going to take you back to 2010. I cannot believe that was 12 years ago. As each day goes by, it's beginning to get more real. But let's go back I have some good vibes to the Rex Ryan foot video.
Wow, they're like really soft. They're like really.
All right, so let me explain this. This was like a video he made. He was a police officer. And in this, like, not a literal police officer, but in the skit, he's a police officer. He like filmed a video for like a foot site, and they had an anonymous account. And he was Rex Ryan, the coach of the Jets back in the day. He had a video where he pulls over his wife, but in the video, he doesn't know his wife. And in the video, he is talking about her feet and how much he loves them. And she has her feet up on like her windowsill on the in the driver's seat. Like she's pulled over, she's got her seatbelt off, and she's got her feet like right in front of him. And he's commenting about her feet while he pulled the woman over.
They're like really soft. They're like really soft.
You know, some people say I
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd like to take good care of them and dress them up, pretty shoes, show off.
Wow, they're like really soft. They're like really soft.
Dude, the way he's like, really soft. He's like breathing hard. Like you can tell he's really at attention.
Wow, they're like really soft. They're like really soft.
Oh man, I miss 2010. Not literally because I was in high school and I hated that. But more I miss like that was like what we were offended by. That's what bothered us. 856-49-HOPPE. This is from the Huffington Post. Facebook, TikTok are failing to protect LGBTQ plus users. GLAAD reports finds. I agree with that 190%. You literally go on like TikTok and it's like you see Jordan Peterson he's like comparing heterosexuals to animals. He's like, yes, the only people that should be having sex is men and women because that's how the planet wanted it. And you know guys like Jordan Peterson and Ben Shapiro that are so like anti-gay just want some penis at this moment. It's driving them nuts. Oh, Ben Shapiro would love some penis. They're saying right here that they're facing menacing posts or comments when they scroll through social media when they are a part of the LGBTQ plus community because of the algorithm. And this is from the director of GLAAD, Jenny Olson. The reality is there's very little transparency and very little accountability, and people feel helpless. I can feel that. I can feel that definitely. Not because I'm a part of the community. I support the community. I went to Pride and got so drunk. Let me take a sip of my coffee. Let me tell you. You get mean comments online. It is so sad that in 2022, people care about what someone else is doing with their body. It is sad that people care what they want to identify as or who they want to marry or who gives a flying fuck. You are not focused on your own life and you are insecure and you are unhappy and you don't want others to live a happy life because you're insecure. Los Angeles resident Peter Sapinski, a gay musician who said he faced harassment in the online gaming community, shared screenshots with the Associated Press of dozens of messages he sent to YouTube about users and videos that use racist and homophobic slurs. YouTube has responded to only some of the messages. Oh, yeah, because YouTube is so good about shutting down your video if you have copyright, but hate speech, whatever. Oh, screw you, YouTube. I'll continue to use you. Shut up! But I hate you, kind of like Chick-fil-A. Like every time I take a bite of that Chick-fil-A, I'm like, I swear God, or I think God would be the problem in this situation. I swear I'm not homophobic. That's better. If God is real, I really want to know like what he thinks of like gay people. And I'm not even going down like the route of those debates where it's like, oh, is God real or whatever, because he's not. But let me tell you, he's supposed to be this all-loving, amazing figure. And why would he care that a man and a man or a woman and a woman or whatever you identify as long as you're not hurting children or animals and it's consensual, why would he care what you do? Why? Tell me. 856-49-HOPPY. That's 856-494-6773. Maybe that's the problem. Maybe God is so busy on getting Roe v. Wade overturned and having everything go back 50 years that maybe he's overlooking the Highland Park shooting in Uvalde. Like, God is so focused on being hateful. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Or is God a figure of fiction because 2,000 years ago they didn't even have paper, so they're like, why are we here? And they were hateful people. Because I don't even know where the Bible's homophobic. I know there's parts about man and a woman or whatever, and it's like, it's supposed to be Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve. You would always hear a homophobic person say that. Adam and Eve, not Adam and Steve, okay? But what if God's not real? And what if this whole time religious people have been homophobic because they're projecting that they just don't like gay people? And I love when someone goes, I don't care if they get married or not. Just don't get married in our church. No one wants to get married in your church unless they're Catholic. And even then, a lot of millennials just kind of do it to make their families happy if they grew up Roman Catholic or Irish Catholic. I don't think I want to get married at the beach or anything. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is nothing more boring than a wedding in a church. My God. 856-49-HOPPY. I remember 5 years ago when I dated my ex, she had like a religious friend who was waiting until marriage to have sex, and really they were horny, so they got married at like 20. Yeah, that was the culture I was around. I almost got married. And I remember that night, the groom posted on social media, we can't afford to go on vacation for our honeymoon, but I did just leave the Virgin Islands. Get it? Because he was not a virgin anymore. It's like, bro, go have sex, dog. That's what I did in my early 20s. I'm a little slut. But I'm saying, it was so weird. I don't know. Whatever. I saw this next headline here, and everybody was up in arms over it. Everybody was so mad. I didn't really care. Bob Dylan, 81, banned smartphones from his tour as he announces his first UK tour in 5 years. Bob Dylan has banned smartphones from his upcoming gig. The music legend, 81, revealed fans will be forced to lock their devices in specially provided pouches in order to fully enjoy his rough and rowdy ways show. Oh, yeah. When I think, and now this next line is no offense to Bob Dylan. I don't like his music. I think it's awful. But the same people that like Bob Dylan's music would think the music I like is awful. I don't like it. I think it's terrible, but I think it's good. It's just not for me. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, there is nothing rough and there is nothing rowdy about going to a Bob Dylan show. This next sentence is more accurate. The Knocking on Heaven's Door Hitmaker. That's what they should name the tour. We'll play 4 nights at London's legendary Palladium, October 19th to 24th. Gig goers will be required to place their phone into a Yonder case, which is then locked in a way that resembles a security tag seen in clothing shops. Phones remain in the possession of the owner but cannot be accessed. In order to use the phone, the person must return to the lock and unlock station and then move to the phone access zone. Since its launch, the lockable bags have been put to use by such high performers, probably high as well, but high profile performers, including Dave Chappelle and Hannibal Buress. Dude, I'm not trying to be a dick because Hannibal Buress is funnier than me, but I think he's just famous because he exposed Bill Cosby. Because, like, he's decent on the Eric Andre show when he's playing the Ed McMahon to Eric Andre's weird talk show on Adult Swim. But I don't find that guy funny. And I know you're going to go, Ryan, but you're not funny. Sorry. Yonder bags are now mandatory in all of Chappelle's shows, which is good. I like that. The rest of the article goes on to tell about the other places Bob Dylan's going to play at. And that's fine because we do get listens internationally, but I don't think you would care. You get listens in London. 856, let me take a swig of this energy drink. 49 Hoppe. Alrighty. Okay. So I have been watching the NBA since 2007. And I've always been into basketball. Because I really wanted to play basketball, but I am just not coordinated. What a shock. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls of the gallery or whatever the saying is, I like LeBron. I don't take LeBron seriously. I like to watch all-time greats do their thing. So when David Letterman and Leno were going off TV, I watched them every night because I knew there was not going to be a time. There was going to be a time, rather, that they were not going to be on TV anymore. And I thought Craig Ferguson was going to be out longer, so I didn't watch enough of him, and I regret it. But it's all on YouTube. But I'm very much into when there's a product with an older person who's not going to be here forever, I'm going to be into it. Like I saw Van Halen in 2015, and that was great. I can't believe I saw it. I listened to Howard. I listened to a show I grew up listening to, Lex and Terry, and they're getting older. You know what I'm saying? Like, I listen to things because I know they're not going to be around forever. I watched when the Lakers were bad in the mid-2010s with Kobe Bryant. I watched bad. You get the point. I'm into older things. And older women back in the day. Actually, wrong button. It was a good time. But LeBron James, I am able to turn off my hatred for him because he was like the WWE of the 2010s, and the Miami Heat is some of the best basketball I've ever seen because you just hated when they were doing good. And they would be losing by 15 in the first half and then just blow out the Pacers in the second half or whatever, or the Celtics. So I'm not one of those America guys. Like, I don't take pride in America, but I'm also not leaving. Getting a call from my mom. She's driving in the middle of Cleveland, so I would call too because I would want to suppress the fact that I'm in Cleveland. My mom's from Cleveland, and she's visiting a friend there, and she's like, Ryan, I'm going back to Cleveland. I was like, oh, God. She's not moving there, don't worry. She ain't that dumb. She's not dumb at all. By me saying she ain't that dumb, I'm implying she's part dumb, and my mom's not dumb. Back to my point about LeBron. I've been able to turn off my hatred for him because I don't have pride for America. I want to live here more than any other country. The only one I would maybe move to is Canada.
We signed up for front.
Why is this happening? But I don't think I'm going to ever go to Europe. Not my vibe. I like America. I like that I can drive down the block and get a nice coffee and go to McDonald's. You know what I mean? I don't like what happened with Roe v. Wade. I don't like Trump. I don't like Hillary Clinton. I don't like any politicians. I don't like what America's doing. But I want to live here. You know what I mean? So LeBron James denies knocking our beautiful country by slamming Biden's effort to rescue jailed WNBA player, Brittany Griner from Russia, where she faced 10 years after pleading guilty to drug possession. LeBron James says he was not bashing the U.S. by asking about the country's effort to bring imprisoned player back from Russia. Now, I'm in the middle when it comes to my take on LeBron James being woke. And here's what I mean. It doesn't bother me. Nothing bothers me. All I'm focused on is making money so I don't have to do radio for my whole life and I can retire in my 50s and go off the grid. I'm planning on having my 30s be really popping. I'm focused on having a healthy life with my girlfriend. You know what I mean? I don't care what anybody else does. So everybody would get mad about LeBron's opinions. I go, if you're cool with free speech, let him have it. But by him saying that he's wondering about the efforts of Joe Biden and America getting Brittany Griner back, that's a fair assessment. That is a fair assessment. His opinions on the cops were fair assessments. Now, him sharing a picture of that cop from Columbus, probably not the best idea, but I get it. I'm not an African American. I don't know what it feels like to be treated like crap forever and not deserve any of it. We're all human beings. I've always been about peace. Always, even though I rant. In response to criticism, James says he was trying to empathize with Griner. Yeah, I wouldn't want to be in a Russia prison either. I also wouldn't want to really, play for the Lakers.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Hoppe Hour will be right back.
Finally, Griner's supporters have urged the White House to do a prison swap. Hey, can we do a leader swap? I'm just kidding. Honestly, I'm half kidding. I don't want Putin to be the leader, but man, I don't want Biden. This following segment was brought to you by Amir Academy of Martial Arts. Let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I went there last night. It was the best workout I've had in years. Here's why my workout at Amir Academy of Martial Arts was so good. Do you want to know why my workout at Amir Academy of Martial Arts was so good? Well, here's the concept of me doing a live read. I'm going to tell you. I worked out with my girlfriend. Now, we had a little bit of an argument at 11 a.m. that morning. It was not great, but nothing bad. But me and her are partners in real life and when we go to work out at the boxing gym. And last night, he has different workouts, Monday through Friday. And he's got workouts for kids, workouts for people that just want to work out, and workouts for people that want to be professional fighters. He's got different levels. Amir Academy of Martial Arts is badass. So check this out. Last night, the workout we did, because not every workout's the same. He's been doing it for 40 years, damn it. Amir Academy of Martial Arts is badass. 50 years, rather. We did sparring last night, and we were punching each other's hands. So you go jab, cross, uppercut. And my girlfriend would hold up those little flat hand things that you put your hands in, and I would punch it, and then it'd be her turn, and we did like 8 different variations of it, 3 rounds for 1 minute, and then a 5-second break. And it was therapeutic for our relationship. I didn't punch hard. Frankly, she punched harder because in between the punching rounds, you were allowed to punch the person on the chest, and everybody else was like punching their gut of the partner kind of lightly. And then my girlfriend's like, oh, we had an argument at 11 a.m. I'm going to punch a little harder. Now, I was very careful about it, but let me tell you, it's therapeutic. So if you're looking for something to do with your relationship, if you're looking for something to just do in general, go to Amir Academy of Martial Arts at amiracademy.com. Monday through Saturday, 2800 22nd Street North. And that's in St. Petersburg.
Hoppe Hour. Hoppe Hour.
Listen to me, Randy. It doesn't matter what you look like on the outside, whether you're white or black or Sasquatch even. As long as you follow your dream, no matter how crazy or against the law it is. Except for Sasquatch. If you're Sasquatch, the rules are different.
Forget it, Meatwad. I'm a circus freak. That's all I'll ever be.
Whatever.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
RyanHoppeRadio.com.
Hoppe Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour. I am your host, Ryan Hoppe. 856-49-HOPPE. It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. And let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, ZRadioLive.com is the best top 40 radio online. And every Thursday at 5 p.m. East Coast time, 4 p.m. Central, it's always a good time.
Yo, what's up?
Baby, let's go!
As Hoppe Hour is syndicated on Z Radio Live, thanks to the program director, Zach Feldman. Can you believe it? It's been 2 years that we've been syndicated on Z Radio Live. It is the longest syndicate I've ever had. I had one for about a year, but this is going good. Every Thursday at 5 p.m. East Coast time, 4 p.m. Central, go to ZRadioLive.com, get the Odyssey app, and search up Z Radio Live, and you can listen to Hoppe Radio there. Or go to TuneIn and search up Z Radio Live and Hoppe Hour there. Because here's the thing. If you're listening live on Z Radio Live and you've never heard my show before, go to every single major platform that has a podcast. TuneIn, Stitcher, Spreaker, Mixcloud, Apple Podcast, Odyssey, Spotify, Amazon Music, Mixcloud. Search up Hoppe Radio, HOPPE Radio. We are formatting this show, and we are manifesting the show to go onto the radio, even though it's already been on the radio. All right. This next headline is absolutely infuriating. Uvalde mayor slams chicken shit media for releasing video of school shooting. The Uvalde mayor calling the media chicken shit for doing their job is just him projecting that he is a chicken shit mayor. And that is nothing more. And that is nothing less. That is the truth. He is projecting. When you begin going to a psychologist and you have a shrink every week, you learn about different things that humans do. And humans project when they're insecure. So when they're cheating on their wife, they begin talking about cheating more. And then they're like, no, you're cheating on me, even though they're doing it. Or if your boss says that other people have said something about your work performance or whatever, but everybody else gets along with you, that's just your boss saying how he feels about you, but doesn't really want to completely crush your dreams because he wants you to continue to work there. So he's saying that other people said it when he's just saying, and that's about any job performance ever. Radio, McDonald's, Best Buy. If you're getting along with everybody else and you're doing a good job and all the employees like you, but then the bosses like some other employees have said something and you're like, I'm pretty sure I'm cool with everybody. Yeah, it's your boss saying he doesn't like you.
Watch out. Hoppe is about to rant.
But the mayor of Uvalde saying that the media is chicken shit is him projecting that he is a chicken shit mayor. The mayor of Uvalde, Texas, put the media on blast on Tuesday, calling it chicken shit for releasing surveillance footage that shows armed law enforcement officials standing outside a Robb elementary school classroom for over an hour as a gunman fatally shot 19 children. And this is the biggest problem. We had this at the Parkland shooting. That pussy of a security guard didn't do anything. All these losers, all these cops, and I'm not saying every cop is a loser, but they do defend their own man. All these people that want to be authority figures, mall cops, all that, it's cool when nothing's going down, but when it's time to actually do your duty and not have the duty be from going to the bathroom because you drink so much coffee, when it's actually time to get the job done and you hide, you only did that job to flex and be like, look at me, I'm a cop. Because you're a scumbag leech. You're a loser. The leeches in the ground and the maggots in the ground that will eat our dead body, they have more integrity than those cops. Because those maggots are just trying to live. You're giving them life when you're laying in the ground. These cops did nothing. Nothing. I want to go on the record. The way that video was released today was one of the most chicken shit things I've ever seen, said the mayor. That's great and all, is to say that, but maybe it's more the things that are involved in the video that are more chicken. Just saying. It's sad. Because I don't know if I want kids, man. Just being honest. What has the world shown where you're like, you know what, millennials that are barely getting by and the boomers get to save all the money and then die? It sounds nice to bring kids into this world. I don't know, man. You notice the only people that want kids are either people that don't know how to pull out or people that are rich that can pay for everything like Elon Musk. If Elon Musk was worth my net worth, he would want no kids. Population control. Yeah, we don't deserve to be on this planet. What have we done for this planet? Ruined it. ESPN apologizes for airing the fake Ja Morant quote from Ballsack Sports. Here's the problem, though. There's a few problems here. Literally, ESPN got a quote from something called Ballsack Sports. And second of all, Ja Morant has said some dumb things. So when the quote came out, it seemed believable. I didn't go, oh my God, it's so out of the realm. ESPN's This Just In suffered a low blow after running an entire segment on a fake Ja Morant quote, apologizing for the mistake on air Tuesday. In the fake quotes, which originated from the parody account Ballsack Sports, Morant claimed Michael Jordan would have just been another superstar in the NBA. If you put MJ in today's game, he's just another superstar, said the fake quote. We got me, Steph, Luka, Dame, Trey, and then guys like KD, LeBron, Giannis, Kawhi. It's just one superstar and a bunch of average dudes, you know? That average dude thing kind of didn't seem believable because that's literally him, a great player and a bunch of average dudes. The quote was a play on Taylor Rook's real interview with Morant, in which the Memphis Grizzlies point guard claimed that he would have cooked Jordan, later asserting he's never going to go and say nobody's going to beat me one-on-one. I mean, man. ESPN is dead. ESPN, you could say what you want about Jim Rome, but when Jim Rome was there was kind of a political incorrectness. And you had Sports Nation with Chris Collins, or what's his name? Damn it, I'm drawing a blank here. Colin Cowherd. When Colin Cowherd and Michelle Beadle had that show, Sports Nation, that was edgy. Around the Horn was cool for a second. And it's not even because some people will go, oh, ESPN got woke. That's fine. The content just got really PC and not funny. So here is the apology from ESPN for quoting Ballsack Sports.
Right now, I want to quickly address something that happened on this program yesterday.
What?
We made a mistake. We attributed a quote to Ja Morant's appearances on Taylor Rook's show on Bleacher Report that he simply did not say. On behalf of the network, the show's staff, and myself, I'd like to apologize to Ja and Taylor for our error. We will work hard to make sure it doesn't happen again.
You should just be sorry for the bad content you guys put out. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. All right, we're going to come back and see what else is going on. You want to know the real reason I'm taking a break? The coffee is really beginning to hit me.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
This following segment. Wait, let me press the button. I'm all out of sorts, but feel very cleaned up.
Happy Hour will be right back.
This following segment's been brought to you by westchaseprinting.com. Banners, business cards, yard signs, whatever the hell you need printed up by DJ Tone Tampa and West Chase Printing on Instagram. Yeah, they'll hook you up. And when you get that invoice from westchaseprinting.com, they were already going to hook you up with a great deal, but tell them I sent you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Listen to Hoppe Hour at any time, anywhere. Search Hoppe Radio on all major streaming platforms.
Doctors say the life expectancy of the average man is now 76.2 years.
76.2, but I'm already 38.1. I've wasted half my life. Half my life gone, and I'm only guaranteed 38 more years.
Live from Tampa Bay, you are tuned in to Happy Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Get crazy.
Yeah.
All right, we got a situation.
I'm the sweetest bitch alive.
How is this 13 years old?
After I have sex with a guy, I will rip their heads off.
That always turned me on with J-Lo. I was like, whenever I have sex with a guy, I rip their head off. I'm like, as long as it's the head above my body, that's all that matters.
After I have sex with a guy, I will rip their heads off.
Because if you rip off the other head, you're going to have actual pain. You can rip off the head by my neck, but not the other one.
After I have sex with a guy, I will rip their heads off.
Go baby, go baby. Get loud. Do something crazy.
Yeah, they really made a living out of that, didn't they? MTV Jersey Shore 2.0 production halted. Trouble on the shore. More trouble for MTV and its new Jersey Shore product as things have come to a halt less than a week after production began. Sources connected to Jersey Shore 2.0 tell us that the new cast of housemates was ready to let loose in Atlantic City. A house was already fitting with cameras, lighting, and security guards when everything suddenly came to a halt. We've spoken with multiple people connected to the show who say one of the only explanations to pull the plug so suddenly would be an issue with the cast. Either they just don't vibe or there was a behavior issue. Yeah. I mean, there was a behavior issue too on Jersey Shore in real world. It's not like they've ever really been real behaved. But let's be honest here. They were probably getting a lot of blowback from the other Jersey Shore cast members, and I bet they just Viacom And MTV was like, why are we doing this? Like, we didn't really think this out. MTV hasn't announced who is going to be on Jersey Shore 2.0, which was supposed to feature a younger crew than the OGs of Snooki, Pauly D, The Situation, JWoww, Vinny, Dina, and Angelina. Speaking of the OGs, they are probably pretty thrilled 2.0 has hit the skids. They've made it very clear they hate the concept. When MTV announced the new venture, the Jersey Shore stars bashed the network, saying, "We are not in support of the version that will exploit our original show, our hard work, and authenticity to grow listeners and viewers." Here's the thing. They exploited you. And there was nothing authentic about you guys. Half of you weren't Italian. I love the show. Don't get me wrong. And I think it's dumb that MTV thought to bring that back. But let's not act like that show was smart. It was amazing. Here was the charm of it. Was that it was just wild. It was perfect for ADHD. You never knew what was going to happen next. I don't care that it was fake. It was like watching wrestling. It was just unbelievable because a 16-year-old like me really wanted to get laid and everybody wanted to get laid. And you're seeing them have a smush room and they're making out on camera. And everybody at that time, all the millennials were underage drinking and partying. It was a vibe, dude. Older people don't get it. And obviously they were offensive for Italians. But I mean, come on now. Here's the thing. I met the Floribama Shorecast, and I bought that one thick girl. I don't know if that's the right way to say it, but whatever. The blonde that's taller, the Amazon girl. I bought her a drink at Rest in Peace McDinton's, or as drunk girls say, you want to go to McDinton's? They add 9 syllables. They're like, let's go to McDinton's. When I saw the Floribama Shore girl there, I bought her a drink and whatever. We were talking and there's no personality, dog. There's no personality there. Nothing. They literally sat there and they're just on their phones or whatever. And I'm such a douche. I Googled her name and I looked up Floribama Shorecast and I was like, hey, Marie or whatever her name is. I'm just making that up. I know it was not Marie. And she's like, hi. I'm like, yeah, I'm a huge fan. You're the best part of the show. And then I looked up what the first episode was. And, I watched the first episode of Floribama, and that one girl, she pissed herself in bed. I was like, oh, wow, you guys are really edgy. Now, if you don't believe me that Jersey Shore was that great, here's some best ofs. I probably can't play this because of copyright. 856-49-HOPPE. Let me see if I can find scenes without any music. Here's the best of Pauly D. It's just the problem is the show was a walking EDM billboard. All these artists got famous for going on it. All right.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, 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 buddy. Yeah, buddy.
When are you guys gonna do that?
Holy.
She wants to do it. So I want to do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I can't play any. There's so much music. Okay, go to Google and search up Jersey Shore. Next on Hoppe Hour. Utah Jazz coming to trade. Oh, geez. We're having a speech impediment moment. Oh, no. Ryan, take a deep breath. It's all going to be okay. The Utah Jazz open to trading Donovan Mitchell and Knicks showing interest. I don't care how unhappy Donovan Mitchell is in Utah. I don't care. He would be nothing in New York. It would be another version of Carmelo Anthony playing for the Knicks. You make the first round, you're a 5th or 6th seed, you're maybe even 4th if you have a good year, but Tom Thibodeau is going to tear Mitchell's ACL. The Knicks and their fans can dream big. Donovan Mitchell could be head for the right offer. The Jazz, in the process of remaking their team after a disappointing first-round playoff loss, are listening to overtures for the guard. The Knicks, who have long been enamored with Mitchell, are expected to be one of his suitors. There are connections between Mitchell and the Knicks. He is repped by CAA, the agency Knicks president Leon Rose once ran. Okay, there you go. But that's not that much of a connection. You don't know if Leon left on bad terms and whatever. In the past, Mitchell has praised Rose, one of his agents before joining the Knicks, as the right man to lead his favorite team growing up. Knicks coach Johnny Bryant is very close to Mitchell, dating back to his days with the Jazz. So there's a lot of connections there, and they just signed Jalen Brunson, which Jalen's dumb as well. I get that he wants to be the main guy, but he better go carry the Knicks, because you had it made with Luka Doncic. But here's the thing. I saw Jalen Brunson play in 2012 in February. He was a freshman, and there was just this swagger about him. He went to Stevenson High School in, I think it's Lincolnshire, Illinois. It's a suburb. It's a rich suburb. All the players live out there. Jalen Brunson's dad played in the NBA, Rick Brunson, and was a coach for the Bulls. And he got caught in a cheating scandal, and that was the whole thing. So I remember when I saw Jalen Brunson playing against my high school in the playoffs against John Hersey High School, man, saying that as a throwback. I remember thinking, oh yeah, your dad cheated on you, or cheated on your mom rather, and kind of on you in a way. 856-49-HOPPE. And let me tell you, when he was a freshman, he scored 40 points on us and made the whole team cry. And I remember I was at a party and everybody was drunk and high and we're all hanging out. Oh, that's just alleged. Teenagers never do it. Anybody who's listening that's offended to hear about underage drinking, just realize your kids are doing it. But I remember at this party, everybody was talking about the game. And I was like, you know what? That was amazing. Jalen Brunson's great or whatever. And I'm not picking up on the fact that he crushed their life. I saw it as I knew he was going to go to the NBA. It was evident. But you never know. You know who else there's two people from my high school area that got famous. And it is a fascinating mix. By no means am I famous. I'm just known in the Tampa area slightly. Maybe known by 15% of the area. But I'm known. So you got me. Obviously, I'm a narcissist making about me first. And then Charlie Kirk went to Wheeling High School, which was the rival high school of John Hersey High School. Yes, Charlie Kirk, the dumb Republican nut job. And people might go, oh, you're just jealous that he's richer than... No. Let me tell you about Charlie Kirk real quick. Whatever you see on TV is not him. He would be in the corner at the underage drinking party all awkward. Why do I know that? Because I was at the underage drinking party that he was at. And I was talking to him because we both didn't fit in and didn't have girlfriends. And now this dude is the authority on life issues? Huh? Charlie Kirk, creator of Founding Point USA, is super cool? No. I was there. I remember when he got famous, he was speaking at the RNC, and I was like, this is not real. 10, 12 years ago, I was at a drinking party with you, and now we're here. It's weird. And this is not me trashing him. He's made a great living. It's infuriating. Some people might think I'm jealous or something. I'm not. It's more infuriating that he's promoting false news. I don't care. Anybody. I want everybody to have success in life. If you don't want other people to win, that means you don't believe in yourself and you're threatened by that person. And you know who else came from my town? Kyle Abrams. Now, if you're a millennial, he was on the show Love is Blind, which I have not watched on Netflix. And like, I knew Kyle was going to do something. In 2012, when I graduated high school, I began my podcast on this podcast feed. Now, it's gone through different variations. Hoppe Show on WHCM, 88.3 FM. Some shows I did at Dance Factory Radio in Chicago with Louis 2 Live, WNUR 89.3 FM, and my current podcast for the last 7 years that is One Best Podcast. And that's just a fact. And the first podcast I ever did on this was Hoppe Show, and that was from my bedroom. I had just graduated high school, and I just got Sirius XM as a high school gift for graduating, and I was listening to Opie and Anthony, Jason Ellis, Howard, Jay Thomas, Covino and Rich, all those shows. That was a great era for Sirius. That 2012 to 14 Opie and Anthony era, unbelievable. So much fun. Ron and Fez, all those shows. So I would listen in my room and get influenced, and then I was doing a podcast on this feed, and I posted it on Twitter, and I kind of like a little bit of listens like that summer because everybody was like so fascinated. This was like early podcast. You got to remember, this was 2012, so who the fuck had a podcast? Everybody's got one now, but back then, nobody had it. Nobody. And it was awful. It's nowhere to be found. It was, I couldn't get a word out. Worst speech ever. And I tweet out the link that Kyle Abrams saw. He goes, hey, man, I see you listen to Opie and Anthony and 670 The Score as well. Because he's like a hardworking guy. Because like hardworking dudes listen to radio while driving around. And Kyle is a talented dude. So he goes, do you want to do a podcast together? So I went to his house, which is this was when he was living at home at like 20. And I was 18. Because I think he was going to community college at the time. And we did like 2 podcasts together. And then we just never saw each other again. But he's super cool, dude. Kyle Abrams, man, is a super cool dude. And he's on Love is Blind. And I see here from TMZ that Jeremy Harwell said Netflix had drunk, starved, and sleep-deprived us and paid us like crap. Yeah, I don't think you're going to really get treated well on a reality show. They're not going to give you Pedialyte after having a hangover and sliders and go, here, get sober and get drunk tonight or whatever happens on Love is Blind. They're going to want you to feel like crap at all times so you act up. I don't imagine them going, hey, make sure everybody feels comfortable, okay? Okay? No. Love is Blind contestant Jeremy Harwell says the producers behind the Netflix reality show plied contestants with booze, deprived them of food and water, and paid less than minimum wage, and now he's suing. Jeremy, who appeared on season 2 of the popular dating show, is going after Netflix production company Kinetic Content and Delirium TV with a class action lawsuit. According to the suit obtained by TMZ, the show manufactured drama by forcing them to film when they were drunk, hungry, sleep deprived, and underpaid. I'm going to see what I'm going to try to do. I don't know that even if that made any sense. I've been talking for 70 minutes, but I'm going to see if I can get Kyle on this podcast. I want to reminisce with him. And also, I think it'd be very cool to see like what he has to say about this. If he could come on, I could send it to TMZ. Woo! Could you imagine this going viral? All right, here's season 2 of Love is Blind.
I haven't found someone that appreciates my love as much as I appreciate theirs.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
I'm like really scared. Oh God. You guys think you're compatible? That is comical.
I'm not.
So yeah, you never meet the person. And what I love is Kyle was like very atheist, like kind of like how I am now. Like I want to believe in something, but I'm atheist at the same time. Like I'm not 100% atheist. I'm not like Penn Jillette or Chris Moyles or Ricky Gervais where you're like, oh yeah, God's not real at all. I'm open-minded. I just don't think the Bible is it. But let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, that I'm going to get Kyle Abram on this show. I'm just saying. I don't know. I'm going to work on it. That'd be so cool. And the thing with Kyle on that show, too, was the fact that he's atheist, and the girl he matched with was, like, super religious. And I was like, yeah, that's not going to work out. 856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. Inmate charged with murder of jail official who aided his escape. So this was that case with that prisoner that got let go, or he escaped and went on to run with one of the prison guards. The one that was like pretty, but you could tell she was kind of mousy and probably hadn't been laid in 5 years, and he's super sweet because he's a criminal and a psychopath. I felt bad for that case because they first said it was a suicide, but now they're accusing him of murder. Here's my thing. I think she probably fell in love because you're having a lot of time with them. You're with those prisoners all day long, dude. You are hanging out there a while. And he's not a bad-looking guy. He ain't handsome, but he ain't ugly. He's kind of guy like these dreamy eyes, and his hair's well kept. Casey White was indicted Monday for the shooting death of Vicky White, who authorities have said died from a self-inflicted gunshot wound after helping him escape from jail. A prisoner who prompted a nationwide manhunt when he disappeared this spring from an Alabama jail has been charged with killing the corrections officer authorities said helped him escape and gave him a lot of blowjobs. I added that part. Casey White, 38, has been indicted on a murder charge for the shooting death of Vicky White. Lauderdale County District Attorney Chris Connolly announced Tuesday the pair's disappearance from an Alabama jail in April sparked the nationwide manhunt that came to a bloody end in Indiana, where Casey White was captured and Vicky White died. The indictment alleges that during the escape, while it caused the death of Vicky White, who died from a gunshot to the head, the indictment does not specify who shot the trigger. Authorities have said that she died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. White will plead not guilty at an arraignment hearing, defense attorney Mark McDaniel said. Okay. Here's the thing. I don't think that he killed her. I think they know that they were lovers. Like, they were lovers. And they're like, we can't have it out there that our cop was being sexual with a murderer. So what they did was they originally saw that it was self-inflicted gunshot wound. And then they go, you know what? Let's just charge him with murder because we're cops and we can do what we want. I'm not saying there's not a chance that he didn't kill her, but that's suspicious as hell. And I mean, it is Alabama. Let's be real here. I don't know, man. I'm just being real. It's a little weird when they kept saying gunshot wound, self-inflicted, and then they're like, no, it was murder. It's like, what? What are you talking about? It's the moral that this country has had to face, the issue that this country has had to face forever, and it's that cops literally can get away with anything. Ridiculous.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
The following message is from Dwayne the Mattress Guy from Mattress by Appointment, Hillsborough.
Hey, Ryan, just calling in for Hoppe in the Morning. Your podcast's been killing it lately. Been loving it. Got the good vibes going. Nice job. That's right. We're doing 50 to 80% off retail. We've got the $25 down plan. Got to call me, text me. You know my number, 813-452-5555. We'll set up a private showing. Come take a look at all the queens that we got on display, but I've also got kings, fulls, and twins. Whatever you like. We're taking on the same day. Just the other day, a guy was in Javane, came in, I think 2 weeks ago. He was looking for a king, got the mattress and the box spring. And he had a 1 o'clock appointment with me on, I think it was on a Thursday. And we had it in his bedroom before 2 o'clock. It was like 10 minutes to 2. I was pulling up to his house. So, I mean, it's that easy. And, I take care of my people. It's one-on-one. I don't have a bunch of employees. Yeah, 813-452-5555. Ryan, you're doing a good job there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate all your help. And that's why I love using Mattress by Appointment to sponsor the podcast. Take it easy, man.
It's time to turn Hoppe on.
Money. And like that, he's gone.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is, the most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49 Hoppe.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, RyanHoppeRadio@gmail.com. This show is being brought to you by the best podcasting network around, quadpod.com. QODPOD.com/Ryan Hoppe. There, you can sign up for ways to listen to Hoppe Hour, I guess. There's really no signing up there, but you can check out the show. So I've been having a panic attack for the last 70 minutes, and that's probably because I don't have a co-host and I'm talking on here. But when I was talking about the Uvalde mayor, it said chicken, and I knew it said chicken shit earlier, but my ADHD was like, just go with chicken shit. And then I'm like, in the middle of the show, I'm like talking about Kyle Abrams, and my anxiety in my head is like, hey Ryan, what if it wasn't chicken shit and you're doing fake news? So during that commercial from Dwayne the Mattress Guy, 813-452-5555, I looked up chicken shit on Twitter, and this is going to relieve my anxiety. Oh, yeah. There's many ways to make me relieve my anxiety. Right here is the audio from the Uvalde mayor and city council member talking about the media being chicken shit.
Well, 2/3 of the family or part of their families are in Washington, D.C. right now.
Yes, sir.
And they're going to have to turn on the TV and see that tonight, not even with the rest of their family. This was wrong to do it this way. The video needed to be released, but the family should have got to see it first.
Appreciate it. Thank you, sir.
The mayor said chicken, it was chicken shit.
Yeah.
To release that video the way you did it. That part of that video was not supposed to be in what they're doing on Sunday. That was not supposed to be there. They did that for ratings, and they did that for money. And that's the only reason they put that out there.
What about the cops? Are they chicken shit?
We're going to handle that.
He said that they did a good job. You still think they did a good job?
Adam, I'm not going to get into an argument with you on that deal. I haven't seen the video yet, but I can tell you that one of the officers you called that got grace in that deal, in that video, he goes back down that hall 3 times trying to get in that room. 3 different times. 3 different times.
Ask everybody if they think that.
I know what everybody thinks, and we need to let the investigation come through.
Chicken shit. You got to get raised by sheetrock.
Y'all were attacking the media. Y'all should attack
you should attack them cops that did nothing.
You're missing the point, Adam, because you don't want to hear but what you want to hear. I have said from day one that every agency that was in that hallway has to be accountable for their actions that day. Everyone. No one will be exempt. That includes local, school, federal, state. Everyone has to explain their actions that day. Everybody has.
Oh, yeah, that sounds like a good time. Just want to be there, good vibes. You know what that reminded me of, that press conference? The movie Idiocracy. That would be like if, not president, not sure, because he was fine, but like the other people before Luke Wilson saves the day, that'd be like if they were talking about a shooting. I haven't watched the video yet. Why the fuck have you not watched the video yet, asshole? Reminds me of this scene right here in Idiocracy.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of America! President Camacho!
Sit your monkey ass down. Chill out. Shit. I know shit's bad right now with all that starving bullshit and the dust storms and we running out of French fries and burrito coverings.
Yeah.
But I got a solution.
That's what you said last time, dipshit. I got a solution. You're a dick. South Carolina, what's up?
That's what I thought. Now, I understand everyone's shit's emotional right now, but listen up. I got a 3-point plan to fix everything. Number one, we got this guy not sure. Number two, he's got a higher IQ than any man alive. And number three, he's gonna fix everything. I give you my word as president. He'll fix the problems with all the dead crops. He's gonna make them grow again. And that ain't all. I give you my word. He's gonna fix the dust on the street. I give you my word. He's gonna fix the economy. He's so smart. He's gonna do it all in 1 week.
President Camacho stood before the world and promised everyone that Joe would solve all their problems.
I mean, if you didn't hear any similarities between those two, then you are just one of the reasons why Idiocracy was made. You're the person in the movie. You're not very smart.
Oh, happy hot topic!
All right, time for celebrity news. What the hell is going on with Cardi B?
Cardi B is a hands-on mom.
Yeah.
The 29-year-old.
She always seems like she's pretty hands-on.
Cardi B is a hands-on mom. The 29-year-old rapper recently spoke with Vogue Singapore about how she has never hired a nanny to take care of her daughter Culture.
That's what I liked about Cardi B, was she went off the radar last year. We didn't really hear from her. We didn't know what the hell she was up to, but she was being a mom. She made all that money off of WAP, which, by the way, WAP is one of the greatest songs ever because it's a good song and it offended everybody. And it really exposed the hypocrisy of a man can be like, I'm going to beat that P up, yeah, and it's fine. But then when a girl talks about her body parts, we're like, ew. 2020. I remember the first time I heard it, I was like literally eating meatloaf at a buffet. It was weird. And then the funniest part about it was the fact that when I'm eating it, I'm like offended. I'm like, oh my God, this is crazy. But I liked it. That's the closest we're going to get to it being played because of copyright. But what I loved about it was now I listen to it and it's like, I can literally go, Kegels, yeah. Like that was when I began dating my girlfriend. I was like, what's a Kegel? And then I was like, oh my God, I love you.
But that apparently wasn't always the plan. Telling the mag, there weren't a lot of artists out there who had babies at the beginning of their career. I didn't have an album out when I found out I was pregnant. Everybody was so nervous for my career and future. But I kept telling them, it's easy, trust me. I'm going to have a nanny and she's going to travel up and down with me. It's not even going to be a hassle. But when her and Offset's daughter came into the world 4 years ago, she immediately
4 years? Wow, time flies.
Had a change of heart and only wanted family to be around her daughter, saying, when the baby got here, I couldn't even think about getting a nanny because I was afraid of anybody being around her besides my family. I've never had a nanny for Culture. The Bodak Yellow songstress admitted to the outlet that she's able to go without hired help despite her hectic schedule because of her strong family support system. It's something Cardi appreciates, but realizes she can't rely on it too heavily, adding, your parents have already lived their life and raised their kids. They are older and don't have the same energy as someone in their 20s. I'm never far from my kids because that's my responsibility as a mother.
It's honestly pretty awesome hearing about a good mom, you know. 856 49 It's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio, and you can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
Johnny Depp is taking shots at Amber Heard in his music nearly a month after winning his defamation case against her.
Do you find that Mr. Depp has proven all the elements of defamation? Answer, yes.
The Sunday Times got an advanced listen of Johnny's new album with Jeff Beck, and according to their review, some of the lyrics are seemingly targeted at his ex-wife. The Times reports that Johnny wrote 2 original songs for the album. One, titled Sad Mother Effin' Parade, where the actor sings, "You're sitting there like a dog with a 7-year itch." Of course, a 7-year itch is a belief that romance in a marriage dwindles around the 7-year mark. Johnny.
Okay, this is so uncool. I think it would have been awesome if he just made great music about life, but now that you're talking about your ex, you're literally showing why you guys went to trial. You're not innocent either, douche.
Amber divorced after 15 months.
Yeah.
In the same song, Johnny also sings, "If I had a dime, it wouldn't reach your hand."
Her money's going to be reaching your hand soon. She just needs to find the money. I don't think she has the money for how much she needs. Like, let's say it's $5 million. I think she owes him $1 million. She probably has $700,000 altogether in her bank account. I see her being rich, but I don't see her being that rich.
Fans think this lyric refers to Depp's lawyer's claims that his legal battle against Amber was never about money.
Mm-hmm.
This case is about telling you his story and
the
truth about what really happened. It is about restoring his lost reputation.
Fans will get to hear the full track soon. Johnny and Jeff's new album, titled 18, is set to be released July 15th.
I'll be there buying it. Not at all. 856-49-HOPPE. That's 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. And you can email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com.
And I watched it, and I'm like, ugh.
Wendy Williams is not giving the final episode of her namesake talk show her stamp of approval.
Karma! I love it. Oh, yeah, I love it.
During a candid interview with the New York Post, the TV personality admitted that there was, quote, nothing she liked about how the Wendy Williams show ended back in June. Wendy herself.
And think about it, getting covered by the New York Post, I would beg to get covered by the New York Post, but the thing is, like, it wasn't CNN or any of the reputable news sites. It was the one that covers celebrity trash. Like, nobody cared, Wendy.
Did not appear on the final episode, and she wasn't a big fan of not being involved.
Got it.
In my opinion, they should have done it with the Wendy Williams show, not these other people on the Wendy Williams show.
Maybe it's because they hate you and they just wanted the show to end. I think that's probably what it was. Oh, you were so innocent in the situation. I bet you were so much fun to work with. Pass the cocaine.
Except for Fat Joe, who I love him.
Oh, I'm sure Fat Joe loves that. Please don't endorse me. I'm already irrelevant.
He's my favorite.
Got it.
I sat in my apartment and I watched it. And I'm like, ugh.
That's the sound we think of whenever we hear your name.
And I'm like, ugh.
The Wendy Williams show aired its final episode after the beloved host stepped away from her duties to focus on her health in September 2021.
Got it.
After a brief hiatus, the series returned with a rotation of guest co-hosts in October.
Like Michael Rappaport, that was interesting.
In February 2022, it was announced that the show was coming to an end, and Sherry Shepherd, who filled in for Wendy, will launch her own daytime talk show called Sherry in September. But
hell yeah!
This isn't the last we will see of Wendy. Now the 57-year-old says she has her sights set on a new venture, one that will let her return to what she loves to do, but just in a different format.
I could do anything I want to do or nothing at all. What I want to do is podcast, and I want to have a restaurant. I can't wait to meet up with people like.
So you're doing what every unemployed radio person does, where they go, I don't need radio. Podcasting is so much better.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah, this following segment has been brought to you by Rich Keeley, Master Barbershop. When I tell you that Rich Keeley is the best barber around, I'm a man of my words. I would not lie to you. RichKBarber.com. You got to sign up for an appointment when you go to RichKBarber.com now. You can't just, like, show up to Rich Keeley's place and be like, hey, how's it hanging? No. You got to sign up. And you might have to wait a few days. You may not get the haircut when you want. He may be booked up, but trust me, those 4 days that you wait, you're going to look amazing. And then you sign up to be on the waiting list, and the next time there's an opening, people are going to cancel. You're going to get the haircut. Or do you want to keep going to the chains? Oh, my God, there's beautiful women serving me beer. Cool, dude. You can do that and go to the chains, or you can get a reputable, amazing haircut at Rich Keeley Master Barbershop. For all the info, richkbarber.com, and tell them I sent you.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Someone hook me up with a flame. I'm having a neck fit.
Light him up.
Meat wad?
Here. Encourage him in his habit.
That's a good smoker. When did you start smoking? This morning. Where's my whiskey? I'm gonna get tore up.
We shall acquire some wine on the way to the mall.
And then you can get tore up.
And pass out in the hot sun.
That's my balls.
I don't think Meatwad should be hanging around with these moon people.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE. Tweet at him at Ryan Hoppe Radio. Or chat him live via the Hoppe Radio app.
Please don't be offended. He's sorry in advance.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah. 856-49-HOPPE. 856-494-6773. You can tweet at me at Ryan Hoppe Radio. You can always email me, ryanhopperadio@gmail.com. Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Us for over $100 million, and we're leaving our fate in the hands of 12 random people. What if they hate us?
Khloe Kardashian addressing her fear surrounding the family's lawsuit against Blac Chyna.
Yeah, you know Blac Chyna was real close to bringing down that empire.
What is in the media is sort of things that we feel we need to film because it's in a way unfair to the viewers if they don't get to see that.
Yeah. You want us to see us. You want us to see you the way you want us to see you guys. You're not going to really show us the real genuine side. You're just showing a side that's perfect. They literally represent social media and always having to be perfect. I really believe that like in the 2000s and 2000s, it was like, oh, a party. You can look a little messy or whatever. But then the Kardashians brought the filter and then Instagram came around in 2011 and all that. And I feel like it was like, wow, like everything needs to be perfect.
Yeah, and now fans are getting a glimpse of the Kardashians season 2. Yeah. And their legal battle with Rob Kardashian's former flame will be front and center. You'll recall Chyna sued the family for $100 million in 2017 for allegedly scheming to have her Rob and Chyna reality TV show canceled after one season as a form of revenge for leaving Rob.
Yeah, I could see them doing that. They don't seem like the nicest of people.
Why do you care going through my phone? It's not.
Oh, God. Can you imagine laying next to that at night? Both of them. Neither one of them is innocent when I say that. Especially Chyna. But especially Rob. Oh, my God. You could play that and you could play this sound clip as water torture when you're waterboarding somebody. Just play this argument on loop and you'll get any criminal to confess a crime.
Why do you care going through my phone?
Don't you think
Because I might be talking to my mom or something about some. I don't want you to be.
think I'm gonna go read your convos with your mom or something?
So what are you trying to read? Who do you think I'm texting? What do you think I'm doing?
Nearly 5 years later, back in April, the trial finally took place, and it lasted 2 weeks. In the end, a jury ruled that no monetary damages should be awarded to Chyna.
Yeah. They just sided with them. She probably deserved a little bit of money, but you ain't going to go after that empire. I wonder how the Kardashian empire falls down. Probably with 5 NBA players.
Congratulations. We just received the news about today. I'm just glad it's over.
But it's not completely over, as fans will get to see the behind the scenes of it all when the show returns to Hulu on September 22nd.
It's never over, like that Chris Daughtry song from 2006.
She's suing us for over $100 million, and we're leaving our fate in the hands of 12 random people. What if they hate us?
Got it.
I love that
the episodes are more a little bit documentary style. And I think that you have a real insight into what the girls are doing, not only, you know, what you see in the press or whatever, but what's really happening behind the scenes. It's just so interesting to see it from the inside out.
Yeah, we like that. We saw that in that one tape.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Happy Hour will be right back.
Oh, yeah. This following segment has been brought to you by dbinfusions.com, CBD, Delta 8, whatever the hell you need. dbinfusions.com.
Smoke weed every day.
Bring your medical card.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Call Hoppe now. 856-49-HOPPE.
He never holds back, and he speaks his mind. Welcome back to Hoppe Hour.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
All right, first up, the Primetime Emmys. Yesterday, the Television Academy released their list of nominees for the 2022 awards. And just like every other year, the lineup was full of surprises, snubs, and exciting firsts.
There were definitely some snubs.
Leading the pack with a whopping 25 nominations is HBO's third season of Succession.
Dude, I tried to watch Succession. It's just so slow. I swear, I think I have the worst attention span ever. Me having a bad attention span? Who would have saw that coming? I swear to God, I used to be able to sit down and watch The Wire, Deadwood, Boardwalk Empire, Sons of Anarchy, The Shield, Sopranos, all those shows, even a little bit of Oz. And then I was like, my life's too short. I don't need to see a lot of prison rape. I'm good. Here's the thing. I think if I watched Succession 10 years ago when I had an attention span, I would probably love it, but it's so slow moving.
Cast earned multiple nods in categories for Outstanding Lead and Supporting Actor and Supporting Actress. Meanwhile, Netflix's dark South Korean series Squid Game is making history as the first non-English language show to score a nomination for Outstanding Drama Series.
My thing with this, I thought that show was terrible because it's not for me. But like I said about music earlier that I don't agree with, like that Bob Dylan article I read, people that like Bob Dylan are going to think the things that I like are awful. And I'm going to like the things that they don't like, and they're going to not like them, and I'm going to hate Bob Dylan. You're not going to like everything. People that like slower podcasts, like a murder podcast, probably aren't going to want to hear me rant. But people that are going to want to hear me rant and be like, I don't want to hear those pretentious liberal podcasts. It's all about demographics and what you like. You know what I mean? I like watching adult cartoons and gang shows and Power and Sopranos and all the shows I just gave a list of a few minutes ago. So I'm not going to be liking Squid Games because it's not my thing. But people that watch Squid Games aren't going to want to watch Power.
Of course, though, it's up against some pretty tight competition. Previous Emmy winners, Ozark, Stranger Things, and
I don't know. I think it's because I wasn't alive in the 80s, but I just don't get the 80s. I want to get the 80s. I like Living on a Prayer. Like, it's a good song. I like Bon Jovi. I like Back to the Future. But I just don't. I don't know. I wasn't there for it. I don't care. It's living in the past. Like, it's 40 years ago. The amount of time between 1982 to 2022 is 1942 to 1982. Like, it's been 40 years.
Euphoria are all in the mix this year. And speaking of making history, Zendaya's executive producer credit on HBO's teen drama makes her the Academy's youngest ever producer nominee.
Okay. So Euphoria is cool. I like the show. It's not for me. But it's like a Gen Z, millennial, female, or LGBTQ plus member version of The Wire. Like, it's slow moving, it's boring, but it's really good. Like, there's a scene when Zendaya where she's high on heroin and she's begging for product. Or no, she owes the woman from Baskets, the show with Zach Galifianakis, and rest in peace, Louie Anderson. Remember that weird woman that I interviewed, and she was super cool? I forget her name. I forgot the name of a guest. But I interviewed the weird girl on Baskets back in 2016, and she plays a drug kingpin in Euphoria, and Zendaya owed her money. And there was a scene my girlfriend showed me where they were doing a thing, and Zendaya sitting at the table, and the girl from Baskets is like, where is my money? And she's like, I'm working on it, blah, blah, blah. And she has this line where she goes, well, why don't you use your skills from your body? And she was essentially saying, why don't you become a hooker? And she was saying, you have skills that other people don't have, like saying you have a vagina and that. And she's like, well, you could do that to make some money. And it was a very chilling scene. The actor is Martha Kelly. Yeah, Martha Kelly came on Hoppe Hour in 2016, right when Baskets was on TV. Like when it was getting a 0.5 share and no one was watching it. I interviewed her because she had a marthakelly.net website, and she was a comedian out of Austin, Texas. Super sweet. Did my podcast for like 25 minutes, but it's been awesome seeing her blow up.
So over in the world of comedy, this year's breakout new sitcom Abbott Elementary earned a nom for its debut.
That looked awful.
Season, but it's going to be up against last year's big winner, Ted Lasso.
Dude, I just find Ted Lasso to be like the Office of Apple TV. It's okay, but it's so overhyped.
Jason Sudeikis and crew are back for another shot at...
Let me see what else is being nominated. Barry's good. I need to watch that new season. That was my quarantine show. Curb Your Enthusiasm, and I don't know what Hacks is, but it looks terrible.
Sudeikis and crew are back for another shot at that little gold statue. Plus, the Emmys are remembering actors we lost this year, with posthumous nominations going to both Chadwick Boseman for his work on Disney Plus's animated series What If, and Norm Macdonald thanks to his last stand-up special called Nothing Special.
He also needs to be applauded for playing the pigeon on Mike Tyson's cartoon on Adult Swim. All right. You might not believe me. You might be going, you know what? I can't imagine him doing a pigeon. Can be funny. Here is the uncensored pigeon from Mike Tyson's Mysteries on Adult Swim. Let me see. So it's essentially Scooby-Doo, but Mike Tyson Scooby-Doo, and they drive around in like a van like Scooby-Doo. It's a parody of Hanna-Barbera cartoons. It was on for like 5 years on Adult Swim. Right here.
Bobby Fischer? Where the hell is his brain?
It's a guy in water that didn't have a brain.
Seriously? You're kicking me out of your house because of your fucking bites? You were the fucking heavyweight champion of the world, and now you can't stand a little itching? You can't put some goddamn calamine lotion on there? Well, fuck you.
Man, how did he die young, man? Legend.
I'm gonna go find a better place to live. Without a fucking shitty ghost.
Hey.
With a fucking hot Asian. I thought you people were my friends. I hope y'all die.
Rest in peace, man. Here's him waiting at the bus.
Whew, well, this sucks. Whew, probably gonna freeze to death out here.
He's going on his phone. Phone dies.
Didn't even charge my phone before I left. Fucking shit!
Thank God
Now to NASA, taking us into a new frontier of space exploration, releasing more stunning images from its new Webb telescope.
All right, go Google that. It's really crazy. It looks like a Photoshop job, but it's real.
Hey guys, it's Allie for Hollywood Life with your news in entertainment. Let's jump into it today with Mickey Rourke because he revealed he's not a fan of Tom Cruise.
Yeah, Mickey Rourke doesn't seem like he cares anymore, and he probably wants attention, and he's getting it.
During an interview on Piers Morgan Uncensored, the 69-year-old was asked what he thinks about Tom Cruise's Top Gun sequel and how...
I feel like that's where Piers Morgan belongs, is like doing a show where he gets celebrities that don't care about being canceled to say outlandish things. Replacing Larry King? Nah. Being a news anchor? No, but being a hack? Hell yeah.
How it grossed over $1 billion. Well, Rourke replied, the guy's been doing the same effing part for 35 years. I got no respect for that. I don't care about money and power. He then went on to explain that he wants to be like actors Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, and De Niro's early work. Before wrapping the subject, the wrestler actor said that Tom Cruise is irrelevant in his world.
Oh, yeah. That's Mickey Rourke projecting. Oh, yeah. Hey, guys, did you guys hear about Mickey Rourke? No, everybody was talking about Top Gun. Top Gun, too.
Everyone always says crazy shit on Piers Morgan. Switching gears to Yellowstone star Koryonka Kilcher, who was...
I want to watch that show, but my life's too short. There's too many episodes. Like, you look at it, you're like 120 episodes or whatever it is. I'm making that number up, but it's a lot.
Charged with fraud after collecting $100,000 in workers' comp benefits. According to Variety, Kilcher allegedly collected $96,838 in benefits after injuring her neck and shoulder while filming Dora and the Lost City of Gold. However,
that sucks.
Investigators with the California Department of Insurance claim that she worked on Yellowstone during a time she claimed she was disabled.
Okay. Good for her.
Yesterday, the department...
Don't care. 856-49 Hoppe.
Hey guys, it's Allie for Hollywood Life with your music roundup, starting with R. Kelly, because despite everything that has happened, he actually has a fiance. According to the documents obtained by Hollywood Life, Joycelyn Savage wrote a letter to the court last month claiming to be engaged to the disgraced singer, and that she...
Dude, how much of a psychopath does R. Kelly have to be to pull this? You know what I mean? He literally was able to get his victim to want to marry him. Dude, he's got to have had some godlike complex where he just hypnotizes these women. I mean, seriously.
She was not a victim that the government has portrayed her to be.
That's a victim mentality, man. Poor girls, man. They need to get help.
The 26-year-old wrote that her relationship with R. Kelly was amazing and that she still supports him to this day. Recall the 55-year-old artist was sentenced to 30 years on sex trafficking and racketeering charges this month. Okay, but switching gears to the Backstreet Boys. This weekend it was reported that the boy band stopped their Indiana show to help a fan who seemingly fainted in the audience during their show at the Ruoff Music Center.
They're good guys, and they'll bang your wife.
According to the Indianapolis Star, the moment came towards the end of the show when Nick Carter, Howie Doro, AJ McLean, Brian Luttrell, and Kevin Richardson were performing That's the Way I Like It. And not too long after, a woman near the front of the audience had some sort of emergency, leading the group to immediately stop the show. A TikTok video from the account Jay McClure showed the aftermath as AJ told the audience to give the fans some space. It's really good to see artists being more mindful about their fans' well-being. All right, and now let's get into Justin and Hailey Bieber because they definitely seem to be having the best summer ever together. Yesterday, the lovely couple was spotted showing off all the PDA during their vacation.
Oh, I'm glad they're showing off PDA. You got to make sure Bieber's face is okay, man. Also, I don't think they're having the best summer because isn't he all messed up? Mm-hmm. Oh, also, what I'm about to rant about, yeah, if this happened to any other... president's wife, like, can you imagine if Melania said this? We'd be crucifying her, but it's Joe Biden. Jill. When you say the name, it sounds like you're saying Joe Biden.
Morning, First Lady Jill Biden facing criticism after telling a group of Latino voters they were, quote, as unique as breakfast tacos.
That's nice. Sounds like the dementia runs through that house. Like, you know how, like, Nancy Reagan, you can see in videos, she was taking care of Ronald when he was speaking and he had dementia, and you can kind of see that, like, she was there taking care of him. If you have her with this mindset, she's not even doing the Weekend at Bernie's routine of carrying the old man around because she's another version. It's literally, they have the same name. Joe Biden, Jill Biden. Joe Biden, Joe Biden. Hey, it's Joe and Jill Biden. It sounds like you're saying Joe and Joe Biden. They're the same person. It's Joe Biden with a vagina.
Diversity of this community, as distinct as the Bogotas of the Bronx, as beautiful as the blossoms of Miami, and as unique as the breakfast tacos here in San Antonio.
That's how our country's doing. If there was a sound to describe how our country's doing. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is your strength.
The comment came during a prepared speech in San Antonio, Texas, where the largest...
That was prepared? That wasn't even off the cuff. Like, you can say what you want about when Biden says something dumb, Joe Biden. But when Joe Biden says something, see, it's the same thing. But when the wife is saying something dumb, It's off the script. Like, she went in saying that's an acceptable thing to say. At least when Joe babbles, he doesn't know what he's saying. He doesn't even know he's alive. Can't walk. Can't even be on a bicycle correctly. But when she's speaking, that was typed out. She's reading from a teleprompter. She went into that going, I should bring up breakfast tacos. That won't be racist.
Civil rights group in the country gathered for a conference. Now, the National Association of Hispanic Journalists is responding in a tweet, encouraging, quote, Dr. Biden and her speechwriting team to take the time in the future to better understand the complexities of our people and communities.
That's great and all. I completely agree with that. But we literally have a dementia patient, a dementia marriage, and a crackhead son in our office. Nothing's getting done. It's great to say that, and it's important to speak out. But don't expect any results. There's no results coming.
The group adding, we are not tacos.
That's good.
And as excellent as an enchilada. Laura, this is so offensive.
Political commentators on cable news quick to react.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Fox News. They're so offensive. But when Trump would say something, you said it was fine. Trump literally would say something equivalent. Oh, God, I hate all sides. I hate everything.
Kim Kardashian sharing intimate moments with Pete Davidson might be exciting enough, but leave it to little sis Khloe to spice things up a little more.
Yeah!
Well, at least for those of us in the comments section.
You just gotta roll with it.
So, what happened? Well, it begins with a sneak peek at season 2 of The Kardashians, and Kim teasing her new romance.
Life is good. I have a new boyfriend.
Yeah, he bangs me out.
I'm just having a really good time.
Yeah. Soon after this teaser dropped, the beauty mogul Instagrammed some PDA-filled pics.
It doesn't really translate, but he's into feet. He's got a foot fetish. When you're banging Kim Kardashian, you're going to be into everything.
My favorite thing ever, which I've yet to achieve, is I want to have a kid.
Pete Davidson is excited to become a dad one day. The Saturday Night Live alum opened up about his fatherhood aspirations during a candid conversation with Kevin Hart.
There was a comment in the comment section which represents the internet. God help us. And it said that they didn't think he should be a dad. I think he'd be a genuine dad. Not a perfect dad. There's going to be some traumatic moments, but he's a good dude.
Season 2 of the Jumanji Stars Peacock series, Heart to Heart. In a sneak peek of Pete's episode, which drops on Thursday, the comedian gushed over how much he's looking forward to raising a child in the future.
Wow. It's like my dream.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like super corny, but like I don't know.
Talk about super corny. It's the best goddamn thing you can do in life.
It's just like it would be so fun to dress up as a little dude. Like
he also lost his dad, so he's going to want to be like one.
Or like you saw, it's just like I'm so excited for like that chapter.
Pete told Kevin about the work he's putting in before he eventually takes that step.
That's kind of what I'm just preparing for now, is trying to be like as good as a dude and develop and get better. So when that happens, it's just easier.
Family means a lot to Pete, and it's something his girlfriend Kim Kardashian also values. The reality star is a mom of 4, sharing 9-year-old daughter North, 6-year-old son Saint, 4-year-old daughter Chicago, and 3-year-old son Sam with ex-husband Kanye West.
Hell yeah, I hope they all achieve their dreams. I'm going to come back and bash deadbeat dads. But first, if you ever wonder what it's like having depression, Pete Davidson describes it perfectly.
How often do you still battle with depression?
Oh, I'm always depressed all the time. I have to constantly bring myself out of it. Like I wake up depressed, but like I'm like, okay, now I know my steps, because like you learn from the real. Like now I have to go outside and be in the sun for a little bit, or go for a walk, or like start the day this way. It's all just programming yourself to trick your brain, you know.
Were you ever suicidal?
Yeah, all the time. But I can't, because I got a mom and a sister and like a family. So like I've always been suicidal, but I've never had like the balls, you know?
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Someone hook me up with a flame. I'm having a neck fit.
I'd like a $9,000 prostitute, please. Oh, do you have 9 $1,000 ones? Yeah, good. And if you got an albino, send her up too. And like 20 minutes, I'm gonna be asleep, so get him up here. I had like half a bottle of melatonin, 6 beers, this whole bucket of chicken. Oh, the Sandman is coming.
Welcome back to Hoppe Hour on Z Radio Live.
Watch out. Hoppe is about to rant.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is. The most listened to radio show on the planet. Even the other stations are tuned in too.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa! Happy Hot Topic!
Time to bash deadbeat dads.
Ian McCain is not a fan of Elon Musk and Nick Cannon's baby-making mentality. News
What did Meghan McCain have to say now?
broke last week that the 51-year-old Tesla mogul had secretly welcomed twins with one of his top executives, Siobhan Zillis, in November 2021, which was just weeks before he and ex-Grimes welcomed a daughter via surrogate, which now makes Elon a father to 10 children.
He seems like the worst man. At least Jeff Bezos built it from the beginning, but he seems like such a deadbeat. And there is nothing worse than a deadbeat dad. You're literally giving your kids trauma. And then you're teasing them by acting like you're around a little bit. And then you go away. And then you come back and then you go away. And you're traumatizing them. And you're being a sociopath and a narcissist. You don't realize not being there for your kids is forever ruining them. Douchebags. There's nothing more on this planet I hate more than a deadbeat dad. It's infuriating. It makes all men look bad. And it makes us all look like we're pieces of garbage. I despise deadbeat dads.
Billionaire tweeted on Thursday, doing my best to help the underpopulation crisis.
Yeah, underpopulation crisis. We don't need more kids that are affected by deadbeat dads like you, Elon. I don't care how much you're worth. You're a deadbeat.
A collapsing birth rate is the biggest danger civilization faces by far.
And he's only having kids to keep his name in the world forever. Musk. He wants to have as many Musks out there as possible.
After seeing Elon's tweet, the 41-year-old Masked Singer host, who is currently expecting his 8th child, tweeted...
Yeah, do we really think Nick Cannon has all that time driving around Los Angeles to hang out with each kid? It takes 45 minutes to drive down the block. Oh, yeah, I'm hanging out with all 9 kids at different houses. Oh, Nick Cannon's the worst, too.
At the SpaceX founder, right there with you, my brother, with a raised fist emoji.
Hell yeah, bro, we're deadbeat dads.
Nick and Elon's Twitter exchange caught Meghan's attention, who then published an op-ed for the Daily Mail, calling it the, quote, creepiest tag team tweet thread in history.
Yeah.
Writing, what the heck is going on here? I don't care how many times Musk eviscerates cancel culture and wokeism. I don't care what he is supposedly buying Twitter to save it from the bots and thought police, or colonizing Mars to save the human race. That is flat out weird.
Hell yeah, it is. Very weird.
The former View co-host continued on, adding how Elon's actions mimic those of a, quote, cult leader.
Yeah. That's what happens when you're the most famous person on the earth. Everybody bows down to you. All right. Here's the thing. When you knock up a woman, it's time for you to take responsibility. And if you are not able to fall in love with the kid when it is born, when it comes out of the womb, you're a sociopath. You're a bad person. You're a loser. Oh, I didn't mean to get her pregnant. Come on, dude. There's pull-out methods. There's birth control. There's condoms. You knocked it up. It's time for you to be a man and be a good father. And I don't care if you're Elon Musk, who's worth all this money and is producing all these kids. He's a deadbeat. Because there's no way you're going to have time for everybody. And I don't care if you're a poor person that knocked somebody up. You're a deadbeat. You make all men look bad, and you bring back this society. Good riddance to deadbeat dads. Kiss my ass.
Happy Hour. Happy Hour.
Money. And like that, he's gone.
Happy Hour is now over. Happy Hour is now over. Happy Hour is now over.
The following message is from Dwayne the Mattress Guy from Mattress by Appointment Hillsborough.
Hey, Ryan, just calling in for Hoppe in the Morning. Your podcast's been killing it lately. Been loving it. Got the good vibes going. Nice job. That's right. We're doing 50 to 80% off retail. We've got the $25 down plan. Got to call me, text me. You know my number, 813-452-5555. We'll set up a private showing. Come take a look at all the queens that I've got on display, but I've also got kings, fulls, and twins. Whatever you like. We're taking on the same day. Just the other day, a guy was in Javane, came in, I think 2 weeks ago. He was looking for a king, got the mattress and the box spring. And he had a 1 o'clock appointment with me on, I think it was on a Thursday. And we had it in his bedroom before 2 o'clock. It was like 10 minutes to 2. I was pulling up to his house. So, I mean, it's that easy. And, I take care of my people. It's one-on-one. I don't have a bunch of employees. Yeah, 813-452-5555. Ryan, you're doing a good job there. Thanks a lot. Appreciate all your help. And that's why I love using Mattress by Appointment to sponsor the podcast. Take it easy, man.